Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Our starting lineup to look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. Hey, guys, taking a look here at Kyle Lowry. What do we see from him?
Lowry is a feisty, quick, strong point guard, Kevin, and he's a very aggressive defender, gets a lot of steals, and then offensively, I love the way he's developed his long-range shot. That's something he couldn't do well when he first entered the league, but now he's a big-time three-point shooter.
And he's also a pretty good defender who really presses up and gets into people. He creates steals and forces turnovers, and that, to me, is part of what makes him special, utilizing that quickness and strength to disrupt things defensively.
We're in Toronto for some Raptors basketball. The home crowd. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Hayes. It's blocked.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, there's an intimidation factor that comes into play.
Vucevic is screen on DeRozan. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Magic.
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points.
Patterson dishes to Lowry. The shot's good from Hayes. At the bucket. And now just a 5-point Magic lead. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Shot's good from the captain.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time. And
captain. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And it's a 9-point Orlando lead.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside.
And for Lowry, not much of an in-between game, but that may be by design.
Yeah, he gets to that rim and beyond the arc. That's really where he makes his hay. And as long as you can do it the way he does, which is often and with efficiency, the mid-range game is something you can work on later.
Johnson with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. There's Williams with the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Here's the captain, Lowry covering. Here's Huffman, and again it's Orlando converting. And Toronto has possession. 9-point game. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle. They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Good D by Williams. He passes it to the captain. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. And 12 points for the captain.
Yeah, they've steadied themselves a little bit, trying to close this gap.
Passes to the captain. Hits the jump hook. The captain's got 8 here in the quarter. And that's not going to go. And so we wrap up the first half. Magic lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for the captain.
Here's DeRozan. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson through Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey, guys. The captain in their last game against the Nets really lit it up. He finished with 34 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Perhaps a performance like this can get his team on the same page and turn around their fortunes.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance, Clark, here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kelloggian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Let's just say he was really good.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll. The captain's got 16 points.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Going as a shooter, he'd always been more than solid at the free throw line.
Yeah, and even there, a career high 88% last season, partner. You throw in
that pass.
The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. The captain's got 23.
And his stroke, this seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
The Magic, Steve, a team that 6 years ago was playing in the NBA Finals, but a full-on rebuild is taking place in Orlando.
His points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And you've also got to love what a forceful low-post defender he is. If he blocks one of your shots, you remember it. He sends them into the stand.
And it's Orlando with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. The captain passes to Payton. Payton, right side. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Orlando making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. Off the pick. Rebound by the Raptors. Lowry's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Launches a 3. Lowry can't get that one to fall.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Here's Huffman. Johnson with the block. And he recovers it. Gordon with a screen on Williams. The captain passes to Harkless. Second chance shot. And it's wide right. The captain passes to Oladipo. And he gets it to go.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half. And
Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. Shot denied.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Oladipo with the ball. Williams picks him up. And out of bounds as Toronto gained to Lowry. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Tipped away. Hiddenauer kicks the fry. And a miss there on the triple. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
With the team in its worst slump of the season, this being your 7th straight loss, what's the morale like in the locker room, and do you think a personnel change is in order?
What is morale like? I'll tell you, it's not all daisies and butterflies in the locker room. The guys are really down. In fact, I feel like the coaching staff has lost a few of the guys. I don't know what needs to change, but something needs to happen. We need to bring a winning atmosphere in here, and soon.
Ready for action are the Knicks. All eyes are on the Eastern Conference in this game as the New York Knicks play this one at home. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Iman Shumpert?
And defensively, he forces a ton of turnovers. He's great at anticipating where the ball is, where it's going, and what his man's going to do with it.
Another thing about him is how quick he is to react when he's defending near the hoop. A lot of his blocks, so to speak, come at waist level because he pokes the ball away as his man is on the way up.
For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando. It's been a very challenging start to the season for these guys, losing all but one of their first 8 games.
And, you know, before the season, we heard them talking about how they were going to prove people wrong because most of the predictions in the preseason
Consistent and ended up being one of the best scorers in the league. Really, last season was just the second step in the aftermath that was the Dwight Howard trade for the Magic.
On deep and blocked. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. They didn't have a single slip-up when they squared off last year, as Steve just pointed out.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. They rolled through those games. I mean, took advantage of a team that was having a very bad year.
So on the floor for
times more than he blocked a shot. Not a great ratio. So he's got to continue to work defensively.
Here's Huffman. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Amari, he's owed around $45 million over this season and next.
And that's a huge contract. Still a great scorer, but as we discussed, he's got to defend at a better level and rebound at a higher rate to command more minutes.
That shot, he doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
There's 1:40 left here in the second. Offensive rebound. Dallenberg. And out of bounds is the Magic. Here's Huffman. And count the bucket. And that reminds me, did either of you guys see him in that last press conference?
Yeah, I mean, when things go sour, they go real.
The tray. And he gets it to go. Entirely new group here. And Prigioni, Clark, very selective with his shot, but he's got deep range.
Yes, he does. And Kevin, I think he could be even more aggressive looking. He's got to be a little more shot.
The three-pointer offline. The Magic trailed by 6.
He has great dexterity inside. He can contort his body, shift in midair, hang time. He can protect the ball and finish through contact. Just an impressive player in the paint.
And Steve, that's not a skill that most players have. I mean, that's exactly why they try to feed it to him in the paint whenever possible.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Orlando.
Through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much.
And as we end the third.
2K Sports Magazine, the latest issue, is now available. The captain, appearing on the front cover, emerging as a star talent in the NBA.
Could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And yes, sir, that one drops. 20 points for the captain. Here's Huffman. And it's good. The captain's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
The Magic making a switch here. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA Bet.
Don't know if you've seen it yet, but you're on the cover of yet another magazine. What's it like to see yourself getting such worldwide recognition at this stage in your career?
It's a real honor, man. I've been dreaming about playing in the NBA and being on magazine covers since I was a little kid. And now to see myself on another one is pretty amazing. It's the kind of thing I can look back on one day and be proud of, that's for sure. For now, I'll enjoy it some, but I can't let myself get too caught up in that kind of thing, you feel me? The team and this season are way too important for that. I'm gonna keep this short, man. This place ain't the right fit for me. It's nothing personal, but I just can't play here no more. I need you to get me off this team before things get worse around here. Period.
After watching your performance with the team lately, I would definitely agree that it would be best for us both to move on. I'm a man of honor, and I'd like to put you on a team where you'll be happy. Why don't you give me a few teams you'd like to play for, and I'll contact those teams first to see if they're interested. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll be in touch.
No doubt. All right, well, thank you. And good talk, man. I'll see you later.
Game against the